Use a tool to pry out the trim panels on both sides of the radio. Then remove the securing screws hidden inside. To remove the center armrest panel, unscrew the shift knob counterclockwise. Use a pry tool to remove the center armrest panel. Start the car and shift into N. This makes it easier to remove the center armrest panel. Remember to shift back after removing the armrest panel. Next, use a pry tool to remove the air conditioning vents. Then, use a 10mm socket wrench to remove the 2 top screws and the 2 side screws holding the radio in place. Use a tool to pry open the top cover panel. This allows you to take out the factory radio. Unplug all the rear cables, making sure to press the release tab on each connector. Remove the connecting metal brackets from the OEM radio assembly. Use a tool to pry open all the securing clips on the frame. Take out the factory AC controller, paying close attention to its clips. They have a specific orientation, so make sure not to reinstall them incorrectly. Transfer all the AC clips to the new head unit's frame, double-checking their direction so they snap in securely. Install the removed AC controller into the new frame. Refer to the installation manual and prepare the required connectors. They are B, A, H, N, G, and D. Please note, connect wire L coming out of connector H, the factory backup camera cable, to the backup camera video input cable. Plug in all the required connectors. "10-inch radio installation method." Plug the cables into the device. Then secure the device onto the car. It is recommended to start the vehicle first and ensure all device functions work normally before reinstalling the other factory components. Reinstall the remaining car panels. "11.5-inch radio installation method." Route all cables through the unit frame. Reinstall the upper air vent panel and cover. Connect all required wires to the unit as instructed in the manual. Organize the rear cables, align all 4 corners with the unit base, then press down to secure. Rear view camera installation. Remove the car license plate and secure the camera behind it. Open the felt liner inside the car trunk. We need to route the camera extension cable from outside to inside the car. Unplug the license plate light cable first. Use a tool to remove these nuts. Then push the light module out from the bottom. There is a notch below the trunk light module where you can run the cable into the trunk. You can use wire cutters to enlarge the notch if needed. Remember to plug the light cable back in. Connect the camera to the extension cable. The red and black wires don't need to be connected, but make sure to insulate them with electrical tape. Then, route the extension cable from the trunk to the rear passenger area, and finally into the radio compartment through the driver's side. Connect the extension cable to the backup camera video input cable. The blue wire from the extension cable connects to the third wire of the power connector, counting from the black ground wire. Be careful not to cut the wire completely. You only need to strip back the insulation. The connection point needs to be wrapped with electrical tape. Test the backup camera to make sure it functions properly.